Okay, hello and welcome back everyone to Death Stranding 2. So right now we're on our way to deliver cargo and to link up the network for Mexico. So right here, we're going south towards Mexico. Of course, all of this is a shrunk down version as opposed to the larger UCA. But so far, the game has been very samey, and I saw the game ranks before you buy video, and even Jake Baldino said that the first few hours are very samey, but then it gets better, and that it is paced better. So hopefully that's true. We shall see. Okay, but so far it is basically the same thing. Okay, this is the compass. That's for gripping. That's for gripping. That's for holding my breath. That's cargo management. And just... Okay, let's go to cargo management. Fully loaded, but at least balanced. Maybe I should drop off some of the cargo. Get rid of something else also. Okay, get rid of one more ladder. Let me see if I can. Going into a sandstorm. And I know that there is dynamic weather in this game. You can really feel ocean. You can feel the sandstorm in the DualSense haptics. Headed in the right direction. Okay, well, just this weather system has started to spice things up. God, this is pretty challenging. you can truly feel how unforgiving and unyielding the weather is through multiple things. One is just the DualSense controller, and the other is in, you know, how difficult it is to control your character. I love it. I know it's just cargo delivery, but as I start playing it, I remember why I fell in love with it in the first place. The bottom part is now clear, but the top, I'm still covered in sand. That's insane attention to detail. But like, one would think that Sam would just take a dip in the water a little longer, clean himself up. Credit where it's due, it does look pretty good. But one of the reasons why it looks so good is that it is a little barren. So when there isn't much... Aw, this is so cute. Oh my god. Aw, this is too sweet. Oh, this is from... I mean, imagine if you could transfer some of the saves, some of the photos from the first game directly. But yeah, I don't think...
Facility grounds. Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Oh, hello. Almost toppled over.
High decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
All of this basically feels like a repeat of the first game. I mean, the way the UI and stuff pans out also. It's an identical animation also. So, but yeah, I did hear that it gets, that the interesting stuff comes in a while later.
You must be Sam. It can't have been easy to come this far south. You're here to bring us onto the chiral network, right? Ah, that's a relief. We'll be able to dispose of corpses properly once you've got us online. That'll be one less thing for our residents to worry about. Anyway, I believe you have some cargo for me, yes? Que chido. There's hardly a scratch on this cargo. You are incredible. We wrote this stuff off as lost. Thanks for bringing it in. It's just like everyone says. You're a man that people can rely on. Okay, the chiral gateway you brought us should allow us to establish... And with state-of-the-art tech at our
but sometimes I feel like the haptics are a little overdone in DualSense, in these games in general. Like, I can feel a little too much right now, and I don't know if it's pleasant. Like, vibration was perfect, and haptics sometimes work very well, but like, I feel like I don't need to feel everything as precisely. Um,
Chiral network coverage successfully expanded. Commencing data collection. Now displaying your current Porter grade. Porter grade increased. Congratulations.
Chiral network connection, and now we can begin Until recently, we should be. You must. There are countless dangers in these parts. Please. As I mentioned before, unfortunately, in trying, and with the all these, but thanks to our court, but there's fear of beat, and but so you thank. I'll get started. By the time you wake up, I hope.
Sam is sandy as fuck right now. He really should get a bath.
Welcome, Sam. Please relax and enjoy your stay.
I mean, does it have that Easter egg? No? Bro, why would you remove that Easter egg when you zoomed in on this? Um, or maybe it's there. Maybe right now it just wants me to use the toilet and the shower first. The graphics are a step up from the first game categorically. That is, at least in close-up rendering. Distance rendering is still not perfect, and okay, because the game is tutorializing it, it's not allowing me to explore all of this, I imagine. Just have fun. The muscle deformation also looks substantially better, like... That's a beach? Is it Amelie's beach? Is it blue? The HDR is also really well done. Yeah, well, it's the same thing that... These scenes are an identical recreation of the first. Oh wow, what is that? Some kaiju-sized BT. Amelie. Of course. She is still there, isn't she?
Lou.
Are you alright? If you're worried about Lou, don't be.
Are you there in person?
I'll admit, the stuff is pretty new to me, but the app has been a big help. Figuring out why a baby's crying, getting the milk just warm enough. It's had the perfect advice for every situation.
Hi.
So, how does it feel to be back in the saddle?
Works same as it ever was.
The man of few
It's the
words.
first time I've been away from Lou.
We're fine. Trust me. Just focus on the road, okay?
Yeah.
Fragile's new haircut is nice.
Blood volume and stamina at optimal levels. No irregularities detected at this time.
Chiral T. Decima Engine's upscaling solution is pretty good. It looks very sharp, almost 4K like in its presentation. I think the game isn't using PSSR because of that. But you do see some slight trailing artifacts now and then. But not the most terrible thing in the world. It is running pretty well and it looks pretty good. It just doesn't look like ray traced or past traced glory is all I'm saying. Like, doesn't look like Cyberpunk 2077. But, all things considered, it is still pretty good. Can I make funny expressions? I don't think Sam and Fragile are in love. To the best of my knowledge. Hello, Sam. Why are you not reacting when I zoom in on you? This was something that I really liked in the first game. It added so much personality to Sam. I don't know why they took it away. Not that keen, I think. I know the basics. This is really cool though. Like, no more load screens is super nice.
New order available. Please review and confirm.
Good morning, sir. We're already once again. If you access the delivery, we have some materials on hand here that you can use to make some. Now. But as you we should be able to. I heard. So go ahead and pick. I'll explain.
What is APAC?
Please select an item to fabricate. A new feature has been made available for use.
How do I check out the corpus?
Your next destination is Villa Libre. The people there don't have enough. If you bring time for cargo containers, if you carry container, keep an eye on your way to Villa Libre. You might pass. We left behind some. if you see it. There should be material. Also, if... with a moment. Finally. So what do you think? Take your time.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
This order calls for some pretty hefty cargo, to be sure. But don't forget to take into account all the other extras you'll need to carry every piece of equipment. So think... run out of stamina halfway through a
Make all necessary preparations for your delivery. When everything is in order, head out.
Okay. Let's head out.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Sign detected nearby.
Safe travels. I will always support you. We rivet your arm.
What is that? Of course, Timefall.
I'm counting on you, my friend.
Safe travels.
Look, he's lost it there.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
This one's for you.
I'm gonna give something.
Thank you for your cooperation. All contributions are welcome.
Are those BTs? Hi. Let me see if I can...
You are too far away from your cargo.
The game is a bit more quieter than the last time, I think, where, you know, more people be talking to you and stuff. But somehow, the actual act of just planning your routes and, you know, carefully making sure that you get to your destination, like, the game... It is... I mean, it is a walking simulator, but it is a fun walking simulator, let me tell you that. Use some of that. Oh. This is super cool. Oh yeah, these things require battery as well, right? So there are roads and stuff that you can lay to. the way the terrain itself is designed, and it makes it like almost like a simulation of walking through it. It's that's what keeps the gameplay engaging. I don't know, initially it was a little boring, like the first 30 minutes or so, but now I'm already hooked. I'm like back in this traversal while relaxing, and relaxing in the sense that, hey, you don't need to like think about exactly what you're gonna do at every second of the way. It still doesn't really take away from the fact that you have to put some amount of thought into it, at least. And it is active transport, certainly.
You're Sam, right? Did the time fall give you a lot of trouble? Thanks for making the trip. Allow me to... Seems to be in decent condition. Thanks for your service. I have to say, this was well worth the wait. Time to connect the key. Once we're part of the chiral network, we'll be able to use... I can get... We've all... So go...
Nice. We've connected one more part of America, or Mexico in this case. So it went from bringing a country together to the entire world together, I think. Building structures consumes calibers. Okay.
Your current porter grade. Chiral can... Now I can find... I just pray they're strong and healthy. The elderly residents here will... Oh, seems like you should be... Probably... Of course, every additional structure will eat into that bandwidth. But there should be more than enough to support anything you build. Within reason. There's one... It's not a critical... If you're in... I'm not sure. But for some reason... If something's... And not... But with one of... Some of the cargo we had stored here, the water carried it into bandit territory. If you all you can use so. The last of the younger resident, had to click. A new or looks like the residents of the C1 South Distribution Center. You can review this. So I'll share additional.
Okay, so I have to take on one more order. Cover all chiral density stone bandwidths. Oh shit! Have to also build a watchtower. Okay, that is.
Okay, Sam. Are you ready? Then I'll bring you up to speed with what I know. The order you've undertaken. The base is located in some overgrown ruins. You might want to construct... With it, you can get a better hand... But that's not all, of course. Other porters are all this way. You think. Best of luck to you out there.
Commencing route creation.
I'm just gonna climb up straight up. But actually, I feel like wait, hang on.
Delivery route finalized.
Okay, we're now gonna go and retrieve some cargo. First, start off by building up a watchtower in the location, and then we're gonna do this. So, big.
Weapons restrictions. Take care, Sam.
Initially, in the first
Withstand the heat.
Death Stranding. Oh, this is going to a forest. In the first Death Stranding, there really wasn't all that much in terms of location variety. It was a lot of the same. I think over here they have expanded on that, so there was like a desert, there was like a storm, it's like rocky terrain, and right now we're going through a forest. So there's a lot more variety here, but it is still just more Death Stranding. So if you didn't like the first game, I do not think that this is going to bring you in. But one of the things that I distinctly remember about the original Death Stranding was, again, I'm not a big Kojima fan. Like, I like Metal Gear Solid 5 and stuff, which is... what are these things?
Warning. Analysis confirms that these hostile life forms are chiral creatures.
So, in the first Death Stranding, as I said, I'm not that, like, I like Kojima and his games and stuff, but, like, he isn't, I don't know, particularly exceptional to me, in my eyes. I did play the I didn't play any of the original Metal Gear games and stuff like that, so maybe that's why, but I've just heard tales of how, in the original Metal Gear games, there was this level where you had to plug your controller into the second port as opposed to the player 2 port, because one of the, I think, was it Psycho Mantis? She would end up reading your inputs. Wait, where the fuck am I? Am I headed in the right direction or what? Oh, that's fine. So, a lot of people... Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. a lot of people herald Kojima as one of the greatest game developers of all time. One of the things that I didn't really like about the original Death Stranding, it wasn't actually the gameplay. So I quite like the gameplay because this loop, to me, it is engaging enough, even though there is just a bit of walking and you just look at things, I suppose. The actual gameplay loop, to me personally, is engaging enough to say that, hey, I'm not bored and I quite enjoy it. The actual act of walking and trekking through the world is challenging enough in and of itself to warrant a playthrough. However, while in general I am a fan of simpler stories, this is generally the case that if a story becomes far too complicated, I start to lose interest. Oops. So... one of the problems with the original Death Stranding was that I felt that the story did get way too complicated. And a lot of things were just sort of hand-waved away. So for example, a lot of the things like, you know, you need to feel a strong sense of connection to it, and that connection is what matters. That is how people made it out to be. There's PCC.
Now then.
I think that's chiral printer or something. So that's the thing. I felt that in a lot of the things, Death Stranding just said fuck you to logic and went to it completely said screw you to logic in favor of emotion and symbolism. And that came at the expense of and that meant that there were times, many a times, when I just lost the plot until the end. Even now, as I was watching the recap, I genuinely forgot a lot of things, and I genuinely was not able to understand what was going on, and I had to like look up Wikipedia and ChatGPT and stuff like that, the whole thing. So that was a bit off-putting. The fact that you know, you had to completely sort of like, the game does have some sort of internal rule structure, but you really have to forget logic to a very large extent when you are playing this kind of game, and you just have to focus on the emotion and the art and the symbolism. As long as you do that, you will be happy. So I think that's a good time to end the video. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. I was thinking of completing this delivery mission, but PS5 has hit its recording time limit, so I'll see you.